Hey everybody, welcome to the daily update let me update my calendar here, for Thursday, February 26th, 2026. Happy Thursday. That intro song by the artist known as Mitski features our very own Bruno Drums, Mitski's longtime drummer on drums. Kind of a cool hybrid bossa nova beat, something Bruno described to me as bossa nova with a bunch of Brazilian stuff thrown in. So really cool. I love it because it kind of has that 40s, 50s torch singer vibe to it. Really cool. What's not necessarily cool is how the market reacted to Nvidia, but really to Nvidia specifically. So maybe it is somewhat cool. Let's go over to this thing known as the screens. And well, first of all, let's go through. Let's get Mitski out of there. Cute cat. Let's go and take a look at what happened today in the SPX. So let's see here. We really fell off a cliff at the open here. And you can see that spread in the 20, the 9, and the 5. And obviously, the more aggressive the spread, the more aggressive the selling or buying. What's very interesting about this is I actually went on a mountain hike this morning. And so I was looking at a lot of my stocks, my portfolio stocks, and they were all up. And I wasn't really looking. So I thought, oh, the market must be up. And then I looked at the broader market. I'm like, what's going on? So we lost yesterday's low, right? We have this big, big sell off. And of course, everyone's freaking out thinking the past 2 days are going to go away. Then we get this really good bounce here like this. But where do we run into resistance? Right at the 20. How many times have we seen this? The 20 is such a key indicator intraday on the 5-minute charts. And then, we sell off again, put a little bit of a higher low in here, and then buyers come in and drive us. And there's a split the other way. Look at how that spread comes. We see it here initially, that split, and then we see it the other way. And what happens? The 20 becomes support. So we flip intraday, which is really good action. I'd rather wash through an area, get weak longs out of there, see if sellers show up. And then after they do, you've got some proof that that level is maybe going to hold. Now, we didn't recapture the low of the day. So yesterday. So that's something, but let's go over to Nvidia for a second before we go through all the indexes. So yesterday, we don't talk fundamentals here in the Lund loop. Erase that. We talk fundamentals here in the Lund loop, but we don't trade off of fundamentals. We love it when there's a great fundamental story that trues up with a great technical scenario. I know a lot of really hardcore fundamental people, and almost to a T, every one of them said that Nvidia's earnings were amazing. Like, there was not a metric that they did not crush it on. I mean, there have been some small things here and there, but nothing major. And they kept using the word clean. This is one of the cleanest earnings I've ever seen. Initially, we saw the stock pop after hours right here, but then it just deteriorated horribly. And people were like, oh, as soon as Jensen gets on the call, it will rebound. But it really didn't. And it ended, not quite at the low, but not too far from it. And then so what happens today? We're up a little bit pre-market. And then when the market opens, we just sell off like crazy. And Nvidia closes literally at the lows of the day, right? So you see it here on the daily, this big reversal here. So what's the market telling us about Nvidia? We could sit there and theorize fundamentally what the market's telling us, but we don't have to, because the market's telling us with price. And here's what it's telling us. It's telling us this is the third earnings cycle we've gone through at basically the same price. We haven't gone anywhere for 3 earnings cycles. You can see, like, this is where we were at. So here's the September of last year earnings. Coming into it, there's price right there. We're just basically at that same price level, a little bit higher, I guess, after 1, 2, 3 earnings. So we're basing. Nvidia is basing right now. And what's happening is the market is reevaluating and repricing Nvidia. And it's going like this. It's going Okay. Do you have enough? Is there enough coming down the pike? Will there, will the metrics, the fundamentals, be able to push you out of this base? We don't know. We don't know if they will or won't. I can only imagine what would happen yesterday if Nvidia did not have a perfect earnings. I mean, that would have been really bad. But the market is saying, yeah, you still have to show us. We don't think you have what it takes right now to move up out of this base. Conversely, we're not selling you off too hard. I mean, we sold off a little bit today, but we're still in the middle of that base. So the market's still kind of going like this. What will move us out of the base? What will move us out of the base higher or out of the base lower? Guess what? We don't need to know. We don't have to theorize. We don't have to go, I don't know what the catalyst is. We just have to watch price action. And so right now, the market's telling us it's not sure. When it is sure, we will see it in the price and we'll act accordingly. All right, let's go. Now let's go take a run through the indexes. And I just heard some bearish talk today from people about the price action, and I'm not that bearish. In fact, there were actually some really, really good things that happened today, not just in the indexes, but in some of the sectors. So if you want to watch the whole video, go ahead and click the reply in the tweet. If this is, let's do that again. If you want to watch this whole video and you're on Twitter, click the link in the reply. If you're on YouTube, click the link in the comments.